many characteristics that make up an entrepreneurship. We learned 6 of them. We learned acts with a passion and purpose, creates value, uses resources, and recognizes opportunity and manages risk. 3 that stuck out to me was acts with a passionate purpose, because in order to sell a product, you have to have a passion for it, and if you don't have the passion, it's not going to sell well. Another one that stuck out to me was manages risk. As an entrepreneur, you have to realize that you may not get your original investment back, so you have to take a risk. And another one is create value, because your product has to have a purpose and a positive impact on people.
This semester I learned many different things about being an entrepreneur. One important thing I learned from my future being an entrepreneur is how to not live in hypotheticals. If I had an idea for a product before this, it would just be a hypothetical, but now I know the steps to take and where to go to get that product and to market it. One of the things that I'm going to use in the future is knowing, deciding whether or not I want to get involved in franchises and corporations, and how to go about doing that and what the risks are for doing that or not doing that. And also, one of the things that Ralph Stevens taught me was that I can open up multiple businesses and have multiple different projects going on, and that way I can capitalize on the most amount of profit and get involved in the most amount of things to make the most amount of money.
There are 3 types of business ownerships in business, really. That being existing business, family business, and franchise. Some of the advantages of opening an existing business are that it already has existed, has reliable customers, workers, and a reputation. But it can end badly if the business was already in a bad place when you bought it. Family businesses, on the other hand, make up 90% of businesses in America. Many big businesses, for example Ford, are still owned within the family, and a disadvantage of having a family business is that it rarely continues to the next generation. And franchises are a safe investment to get into, because usually they're already like a reliable business that has been around the country. And however, a disadvantage would be that the franchisor can force you to pay ridiculous fees for your products and your service, and you have a lack of creativity. Like, you can't change the menu, you can't change the items. You're a puppet to the franchisor, essentially.
So one of the things that we learned in entrepreneurship was business ethics, and social responsibility is part of business ethics, and that is a principle that companies should compare to the welfare of society and not be solely devoted and not maximizing products.
Marketing is the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. And we used market research and advertising with our business. We used advertising by posting posters around the building to let people be aware. We used it by word of mouth, and we used market research. Well, market research is the action of gathering information about consumers' needs and preferences, and we did that by getting surveys and asking people's opinions on what they want to buy and what they would buy and how much they would buy it for.
So some of the ways that I think we can improve this class is first to have more time spent on how to run a business, just like day-to-day activities, things you have to do when you're running a business, how to deal with customers and employees and different situations that might come up. Another thing is about selling products. I found through my experience in selling products, selling the phone wallets, that I learned a lot through trial and error, which is important. But there was a bit of a learning curve when it came to it, and I think that if we learned in class a little bit more about how to sell products and how to do different things and where to go if the conversation doesn't go so well, I could have sold more products and could have had better sales for the company.
All right, there are 3 types of business organizations, that being sole proprietorship, partnership, and a corporation. In sole proprietorship, you're the sole owner, so you're able to make all your business's decisions and not have anyone tell you what to do or anything like that. There are low startup costs. However, a bad side to sole proprietorship would be the fact that there's very high liability when it comes to making decisions, and your business can dissolve very easily. And in a partnership, some of these weights are lifted as you have a partner to help you out with certain things that may be going on in your business, but a partnership can end badly if partners are on bad terms and or if they're disagreeing about stuff, if proper measures weren't taken beforehand. And a corporation tries to solve all these problems by having the business shared into a group of shareholders, essentially, who buy stock in the company, and they're able to trade the stock on the market, and they'll allow the business to last for a very long time. However, corporations suffer from increased government taxation and regulation.
I've had a great experience in entrepreneurship, learning about the qualities and the certifications it takes to be an entrepreneur and to own a business.
I had a very fun experience taking this class. I enjoyed the people and the atmosphere. I think the skills that I learned in this class I'll be able to apply to the real world if I ever enter any type of business ventures.
This class took a lot of things I learned in different subjects and different business classes and put them into one subject. And that's how I think I did well in this class and how I improved on my experience. If I could take this class again, I think I definitely would.
My experience in this class was good. I was able to learn how to create a business.
My experience in this class was a good experience because it taught me what it takes to be an entrepreneur.